I'm not sure if you would call this corruption in Australia. You tell me what you think it is at the end of the video, but it's one way that people are getting ahead. Charities in Australia are anything but. All they are is a tax haven. And when you donate all of these toys, you think that they're going to a good cause. They're actually going to dealers. They're not going to people in need looking for cheap toys. What have we got? Caden's put all these together. I don't even know what's in here. The tubs are all sorted.
Getting there. These have just been sorted.
Wow.
And then they got to be resorted.
If you're a collector in Australia, you really need to be making contacts with your local thrift stores. We know them as op shops here though. You will not find anything like what I'm about to show you at your local charity shop because 100% of their donations are set aside for collectors who have made these relationships with staff that work at these donation centers. You might think you're doing a good thing by dropping off anything that you've got that's unwanted because it's going to a good cause. However, in Australia, majority of the staff that work at these donation drop-off centers have all of the stuff set aside for their contacts, their family members, because it is a good side hustle that is making thousands of dollars a week for those people in the know. It doesn't actually go to the cause. A lot of people don't realize that there are a number of people in every state across Australia that have these mass collections that have been accrued through these networks and deals they have with their local charity shops. If you're a member of the public and you wonder why you never see the good or expensive valuable items that you're donating hit the floor, this is the very reason. A lot of people sell this stock at flea markets, at swap meets, at toy and collector events and fairs, on their eBay or on whatnot. It is extremely lucrative. And when you control the market because you have a majority of the stock primarily sourced from opportunity shops, because let's be real, at garage sales, you just don't find this stuff anymore. And people that have had this sitting in their sheds or bedrooms for years on end, when their kids move out of home, the parents don't need the $50, the $100, the $5,000. They just donate it all thinking they're doing a good cause. For 50 years, people have been doing this. I never knew about it, but once I did, I made contacts with the people who already have the contacts. Quite often, it'll be too hard for you to get in with the staff because they've already got the established contacts. So what you need to do is find out who those people are and try and get stock from them, because they're the ones that will always be receiving it.
There's some G1 Decepticons if you're interested. I definitely got all them. These I was going to take to the toy fair too. So if you don't take them.
Do you have any Astro Boy?
Yeah, somewhere, but most of them, there's not much Astro Boy actually.
Street Sharks?
Nah, you took all my Street Sharks. So, no
Any
more
other
Sharks.
original turtles? Like small ones? Like older ones, sorry?
Nah. That's all the tubs that were over there.
Wow.
And look how long it goes.
So much work.
Yeah, so it was that.
Tubs on tubs,
Tubs
on
on
tubs.
tubs on tubs on tubs.
Yeah.
And that's the stuff that, oh yeah, I'll get to that, but I had to put all the stuff that was in shitty tubs, because that was the old tubs that Reject Shop used to sell, and they're shit.
The Mighty...
No, Mighty Max, I'm not selling them. Because once they do that TV series, that shit's going to be worth fucking gold. I know that for a fact. I've got all this stuff here.
Oh, wow.
But see, all that's the film. That's how far behind I am.
Yeah.
So all that stuff I've bought from op shops and that I can't get to.
Yeah.
Then the sort stuff, there's stuff that, yeah, there's heaps of double stuff.
There's a guy in Queensland and he's been getting all the toys from op shops for the last 40 years.
Yeah.
And he has so many tubs like yourself, because it's just like $30 for a tub, but because he's been doing it for so long, he doesn't even know what he's got either. In Australia, the public trustee makes tens of millions of dollars a year from estates that don't have a will. Baby boomers are all downsizing, dying, retiring. We're in an influx of people that are 60, 70, 80, and there is so much goodwill going on that everyone is making a lot of money. Charity stores cannot cope with the amount of donations they're receiving. Therefore, it's in everyone's interest to work together. But the ones that are benefiting the most, aside from the owners, are the dealers. People like me are getting everything set aside because we've got these relationships. If you're not able to build a relationship with your local thrift store to accumulate a lot of collectibles that you can sell on Whatnot or on eBay, Danny Flipping Deals, if you want to buy from me on Whatnot, because I sell it all there, it becomes a really viable position that you can be in. Where I'm unable to deal with op shops direct and form contacts because they've already been established, I find out by looking on Facebook Marketplace or on eBay and doing a radius search for what's for sale in that area. If you see that certain people have got a lot of product, you can rest assured that most of it might have come from potentially an op shop worker, because every property 20 years ago was $100,000. Now the average price is $1 million. So everyone in Australia, in effect, is a millionaire. No one cares about 10 grand worth of contents. Public trustees now are getting all of this stuff, putting it on a pallet and selling it by a pallet. I know people making $5,000, $10,000 per week because they're going out of their way to look at auction houses where stuff is going. When people are passing away, the public trustee come in when they don't have a will, and it all goes to auction. You've got to go through the boxes. The auction houses don't care that have got contracts with the public trustee because they're just a volume seller. They're getting millions of dollars a year. They don't care about an extra $1 million when they're making 10, 20, 30, $200 million like some of the big places in Australia are. So they will get, for example, all of this stuff here, and they will put it all on a pallet and they will sell it, and you won't even know what's in it. It'll be a box of whatever happens to be, and it will just all go on a pallet, and you might get it for $50, and there might be $5,000 worth of product in amongst it all. The other thing is op shops, I mean, they're binning. So many of these charity stores are getting tonnages of donations on a weekly basis. You cannot expect them to have the space to put everything out, to price it. They don't have the workforce to put everything priced and out on the floor. So if a dealer like myself comes in and can take a van load every single week, it's benefiting them as well. Many of the largest companies across Australia have set themselves up as a charity, because when you run a removalist or decluttering service agency, so for example, what they're doing is, you know the aerosol cans, like just say a can like this, they're charging people $30 per can to remove them. People have got their parents dying and they want to put their house on the market. They're getting quoted $28,000, $34,000, $45,000 for someone to come in and take all of the contents. And then they might sell all the contents for $40,000. So they're getting $100,000 per estate because they're charging the estate to remove it all. Then they're selling all the goods that are sellable. $30 for like that. That's what they're charging on people's quotes to declutter their homes. If you have a $2 million home that's just been bequeathed to you, you don't care that it's going to cost you 40 grand to clean it up to sell the property and get the $2 million, right? This is the mentality of many people, and this is the difference between those that have and have not. A have not looks at it like, that's such a waste, it's a lot of money, how could they justify doing that? But the have, the one that getting the $2 million, doesn't care about the 40 grand. And this is the difference in the mentality of people and how they perceive money and what is worth your time. Now, if you've got a company that is a decluttering service, a decluttering specialist, or a junk removal company, they're making millions of dollars. So what I do then is I set up a charity, and then when I get all of the goods, I can donate whatever I want to the charity. So therefore I'm not making the money as the removalist company. My charity then, that I donate all the goods to, sells it and donates whatever percentage they need to do, and they're making the money with all the tax incentives. The people with money are the ones that make the laws that make the people with money the money. Anyway, that's my take on it all. What's yours? I'll see you in the next video.